Tell me a little bit about Jace.
Well, it's hard to know where to start, really.
The issue with this is that there's going to be no words to properly describe Jace.
Jason, I don't know where to start.
Jason was an unbelievable guy.
He was an incredible man and an incredible part of this club.
He was our leader.
The world of football knew Jason Turner because he was just one of the world's good guys.
He was a top man, and that's all you can say.
I'm devastated that he's not with us anymore, but I'm so pleased that I got to spend time with him.
Everything sort of that happened on the pitch, off the pitch, it all started with Jason.
From the moment I stepped into Notts County, it was very evident that this was a family in itself, and we've lost the head of that family. He would have time for absolutely everyone. The most selfless person I've ever met in my entire life.
Every time you were around him, his work ethic was something that I've never seen matched, to be honest with you.
For 20 years I've known him. I don't think I've ever worked with anybody with standards and work ethic like him. He lives and breathes his job.
There was no sort of 9 to 5 with him. It was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That was him, and that's the biggest accolade I could pay him.
Meeting somebody who can control an entire football club and keep an entire football club on the right path, it's not lost on you.
The work he does day in, day out is incredible. He'll take any problem on his shoulders and try his very best to do the right thing and give it the best outcome that he can.
We had a few problems at Plymouth going into administration, and obviously the club losing points, but the club fought back, and one of the reasons it fought back was certainly his influence.
I remember Jason from the year 2000 when he started at Cardiff City. That relationship grew and grew over that period of time, and he became, one of the few people in this industry that you could truly rely on. Equally, he knew the people he could go to for assistance too. It was a great combination that made sure that Jason Turner did the absolute best for whoever he was working for at the time.
Our paths first crossed when I commentated on Cardiff City on the radio and Jason was working at the club, and he just used to make me laugh. A bundle of energy, dynamic, smile on his face. If you're having a bad day, go and see Jason because he'd cheer you up and he'd light up any room.
During our relationship, there's times we've both picked each other up, emotionally and physically. He was always the life and soul of every party, somebody to be relied on.
I was working away from home down Plymouth. It's a long trek down there. Smashing football club, but just brilliant with people, really good company, great sense of humour, great to have a laugh with.
He'd just be such a pleasure to spend time around, and we'd go out for food a lot, and he would always treat the staff, every member of staff. He really brought everyone together, like I said before, being the head of that family. He would be the glue that held us all together.
He genuinely cares, he genuinely wants to help everybody he meets, and there'll be players and staff up and down the country and the clubs that he's worked at that will know this and will certainly have felt this during their time working with Jason.
I remember when I first moved to Nottingham and moved into an apartment, he would come to the apartment and check that everything was okay, and just small little things, making it feel as homely as possible. And I never ever experienced that from someone, as a CEO and someone in that position. I never had ever seen that before. So that first week when I first came here, I was like, okay, who is this guy?
When I first joined Cardiff in 2005, Jason was the first person that took me under his wing, looked after me. I was living away from home, from the family, so we'd work together and then go out most evenings for dinner. Those days I used to drink. I think between the two of us, we sent the share price up for Majestic Wines. I became a very good friend of Jason, not just a professional colleague.
When my son was born, he sent flowers and a present for my wife, for my boy. something that he didn't need to do, but that's the type of person he was. He was very caring, and it made you want to work hard for him.
He used to send us Christmas presents, same for birthday presents for my girls, and spoke all the time. So when I heard the news, it was devastating.
It's such a tough one for us to swallow as a football club, but we just need to make sure that we make him proud now for the rest of the season, and hopefully his legacy can live on.
Obviously a light has gone out in our world with Jason's passing, and I know the world would be a lot better place with more Jason Turners in it, but I just feel so privileged to have known him.
Be hugely missed, I'm sure, by everyone at Notts County. I'll miss him for sure. He's a big part of my time at Notts County, so I really appreciate him. Helped me massively along the way. But he had truly loved the football club, which was massive, I thought.
I will miss him a lot, and I know a lot of people at this football club will too.
It's hard to put into words just how much he means to us all and how much he meant to every single person and then at this club.
I remember saying to him early doors, I said the football club and us, we are so lucky to have you because you're such a special man.
The impact that he's made on me will stay with me forever for sure.
He's been a massive friend to me and a massive part of my footballing career and journey over the years. And I'll be so sorry that he's no longer around to talk to.
Just ridiculously special as a person, as a human being, and the hole he will leave is immeasurable.
I will miss his humour, I will miss his compassion, I will miss his guidance, and like I said, there's a void at Notts County that I don't think will ever be filled.
Feels like a long time, it's 8 months or something like that, but the impact was incredible. The impact was incredible, and I've worked at a few clubs now, and with some, of course, some good people, but didn't work with anybody in that way, in that mould of Jason Turner, who was unique for sure.